All right, what is going on, everybody? We got a trade recap today. I ended up taking one trade today, so we're gonna run through that and run through what I was kind of thinking coming into market open this morning. Um, so I was pretty bearish coming into the day. We were kind of reacting out of this 4-hour gap here, this bearish for 4-hour gap, and we saw at SMT at these highs with ES here, with like absolute clean displacement changing the state to the downside. My objective, or kind of the draw that I wanted to see get taken, it got taken pre-market, which is previous day low, is a really clean draw. And price like absolutely just flushed there. There was actually like potentially some great setups like pre-market, uh, but I didn't end up taking like right here. You could have taken this inverse down to previous day low, like a tap out of the 5 minute. Like there was some great, yeah, like this trade right here, bro. Mm. Little 5 minute for value gap tap, boom, inverse 1 minute inverse to the downside, previous day low. Easy money. Anyways, I didn't take that. Not the point of the day. Point of the day is I wanted to see us kind of go lower towards this previous day low, but after we took previous day low, I was open to being bullish because I wanted to see us continue like up higher after maybe taking out some of these lows. So I wanted to just kind of observe, see what we were gonna do. If we were gonna rip previous day low, keep ripping down, go fill this new week opening gap, or maybe get a reversal back higher, which I was like, for me to want to take something like along, I was looking for like a 15-minute inverse back to the upside. It's kind of I wanted just like some higher time frame confirmation. But we just kept ripping lower. I'll go ahead and take us out of replay now. Um, okay. So the trade I ended up taking was actually a short. So I was feeling a little bit of FOMO going into open, not gonna lie, because there was two trades other than the one I took that I could have entered in. I'll tell you the one trade that I probably could have entered into. It was literally right off open. It was honestly just like a strong draw, like SMT entry. Like it really wasn't my model, which is good that I stuck to my rules and didn't trade it because it wasn't my model. But literally right at open at 9:30, we come up, we take this high right here, we wick this fair value gap, we respect this 1 minute right here, and we put in an S like a 1 minute SMT with ES right here, and I thought about slapping a short right here just to this like internal low, um, for like a 1-to-1, and it would have banked, but I didn't take that. The trade I took was actually a really good trade. And I would literally go and say that pretty much like everybody in the trading space that trades a similar model to me or a similar strategy, like took this trade. It was a funky day, not gonna lie. Oops. So then we keep dumping down, and then when we're dumping like this, I'm usually looking for some kind of like a retrace. So to play like a continuation model, continuation trade. So some kind of move down like this, and then I either want to see us pull back into a 15-minute or 5 minute unfilled gap, which is exactly what we got. We got this big ass move down, okay, and then we get this little pullback into this 5 minute right here. I respect it beautifully. Oh my gosh, this thing's being a pain in the ass right now. Respect it beautifully. And I was watching this particular fair value gap right here. I wanted to see this bad boy get inversed. Um, but I ended up entering this trade like not off the inverse, but off of like the rejection of constant encroachment of this fair value gap right here. And this displacement candle is pretty much what I entered off of. I got in right about here. So I liked the rejection we got off the 5 minute. It was a strong rejection, and it was like showing sign of us being bearish. Like we wicked it perfectly, and that's exactly kind of like what I wanted to see. Oh my god, dude, this thing's gonna tweak me every time. I also, in the back of my mind, we had already tapped into new week opening gap, so I in the back of my mind I was like, hey, there's a potential chance we come down and we soup this internal low and then get a push right back higher, which is literally what happened. So that's another reason why I entered in here right off this displacement candle and just the rejection off the 5 minute is because I wanted to go break even on this trade like pretty quickly because I wanted or I like there was a chance that I had I don't know what I'm trying to say. In the back of my mind, I thought there may be a chance that we just soup this low and then flip back bullish is which what we did. Um, show executions here. Oh my gosh, I don't know why it's not showing it, dude. Executions, where you at? I don't know. My executions aren't gonna show right now because it's being fucking stupid. But this is trade I took. But anyways, I went break even at this low right here, and we kept flushing. We actually inverse this gap, which if I entered off the inverse is where I would have got boned because I wouldn't have been able to go break even. I just had to hold and I would have gotten stopped. So I really liked the entry I had. Um, but then I went break even and just got stopped out at break even. So honestly, really good setup. It was a like perfect like entry model and like what I trade. I was just lacking like displacement lower and we just flipped. So, and that's what happened. I didn't end up catching any shorts right here when we put up this SMT. I really didn't like anything in here personally. And then I was looking to take a long after we souped this. Um, and maybe play something yeah, I was gonna take a long right off this inverse right here after we souped the low. I got break even. I was like, all right, we're gonna be bullish. We're gonna run to these highs. Um, but we didn't inverse it on this candle, and then this candle we inversed, but it price was like so high up here. The risk to reward was absolutely buns. Um, so if we inversed it like right here, maybe, but we wouldn't even ran that high anyway. So it's like, and then we just flipped bearish immediately again. So it's kind of a funky day. I'm happy how I traded. Managed risk well. Took my model. Um, I succumbed FOMO because I knew for a fact I was feeling some of it after we were just like absolutely ripping at open, which I'm sure others can relate to that when we're just pumping down. So, but yeah, solid day. See what we got the rest of the week. Yeah, that's about it.